Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to today's meditation session. My name is Kalavati. I'm joining you all from Pittsburgh, and it's a real joy to be here today with all of you for a new meditation session. Before we get started, I would like to walk you again through the structure of these programs. So the idea of this course started with the new program that we have at the Cranberry Library. And we do have Sahaj Yoga meditation programs in other libraries as well, like Swickley Library and Mount Lebanon Library as well. But for some reason, some of the libraries only give us the chance to have this program once a month. And so because we really wanted to give the chance to all of you to grow and go deep into what meditation is and to enjoy all its benefits, we thought of implementing some programs which are online as well, so that we get the chance to meet every single week and to meditate together, to discuss about our inner progress, to answer your questions, and so on. And so last week, we had the first program online. I'm so very sorry. For some reason, my alarm just went on. All right, I'm sorry about that. So last week, we had our first program on Zoom. It was great to have you there. We spoke about expanding the silence within, and we also had a guided meditation. Today, we are going to talk about inner peace and balance. And most importantly, we are going to experience it through another guided meditation. So I would like to invite Gaurav, our instructor for today. He also led the meditation last week as well.
Hey everyone,
Hi, Gaurav. How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right. So I think Gaurav is well known to all of us, right? So I think I will just say bye for now, and I'll meet you at the end of the session, and I will let you enjoy a deep meditation.
Sure. Today we'll talk about mainly balance, inner peace, and balance. I just want to quickly recap what we learned last week because it's very important that we start from that foundation. Last week we learned about this inner energy, the nurturing energy that is within us. We call it by mother, or we can call it a Kundalini energy or the inner energy. And we learned that the most important thing that you should remember about this energy is that it is the energy of your pure desire and it responds to your pure desire. So when we are meditating, we should have that sincere desire to experience the state of meditation, to evolve, to be at a higher state than what we are currently. And that's all basically mostly required as far as um, during meditation is concerned. And we also learned about different energy center. We touch base on that. We learned that when this energy awakens within us, how this energy passes through these seven energy centers that we learned, and it clears or removes any obstacles within these energy centers, which then manifests within us in terms of different qualities, such as some energy centers, such as the fourth energy center, can give you feeling of security from within yourself, right? The fifth energy center can give you the quality of diplomacy. So, in addition to all these things that we learned from the previous class, today we are going to introduce uh, one more concept, and that is very foundation to how the balance, how we achieve balance with the meditation. So let's talk about the energy channels now. So as you can see on this diagram here, uh, we mainly have two energy channels within our subtle energy system. And you can yourself must have observed this sometimes that we have primarily two tendencies. Uh, we either Sometimes we are very emotional. We have a lot of desires that we want this, we want something to happen, that kind of thing, right? And sometimes we also have thoughts about past. We think past is very good, past was so good, and the present is not so pleasant, and we tend to live in the past. Basically, we think that past was very cool, and it would be so nice to experience that again. Similarly, on the other hand, sometimes we have thoughts of future. We think that okay, if these five things work out, it would be awesome, right? And we plan about those things. We try to take actions on those things, right? So these are normal tendencies within us, right? Either think about past or think about future, or in other terms we have desires, and then we have certain mental or physical actions that we take to achieve those desires, right? So there's nothing wrong with these things, you know. For us to function, these things are very important. To have a desires and to have actions, mental and physical actions, it's very important to have these two things. The problem arises when we overuse any of these things, any or both of these things, and that is the tendency. And in this modern life, we often find ourselves overusing one of these things, and as a result of that, what can happen is that if we overuse our left energy channel, which is represented by a blue color, as you can see in here, left energy channel, if we overuse our emotions, overuse our desires, or we live in the past per se, then we can tend to get depressed. We may get depressed. We can go into a couch potato state where we just living in that past where we are not doing anything, feeling very sad or whatever. Similarly, on the other side, we might get too worked up sometimes. You know, if we overuse our right channel, we may get very worked up, and we think about future, plan, action, take action, but there are no desires, there's no emotions behind that, you know, and that can lead to us feeling many times frustrated, angry, agitated. That kind of, if you have experienced that kind of feeling within you, that's when we tend to overuse our right channel. And the goal of meditation is to balance these activities, these tendencies within us, and keep us into the present tense. Enjoy the present tense as it is the reality. And this inner energy within us helps us to do that. And I would like to just give you an example. When I started meditating, when I was new to this meditation, one of my instructor, he used to always give this example, and it actually describes the balance very well. So you can think, imagine that one side wheels of the car are bigger than the other side wheels of the car. What will happen to that car? That car will never go straight, right? It will go round, 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 and it will be always at the same point, or maybe move a little bit here, there, but it will never make any progress. And that is same with us. Like if one of our side is bigger than the other side or overactive than the other side, we tend to not make any progress. We just stays in the same situation, same problems, different context, but we keep rotating at the same place and we don't really make progress. So that's why it's very important to achieve this balance. And today we're going to learn about how how simple it is to balance in this Sahaja Yoga meditation. And to that point, I wanted to also tell you, so last week or the previous two classes, when we walked through the process called as self-realization, you might not have realized. It might have sound very trivial that okay, we move some hands here, there, and we say certain affirmations, and supposedly an inner energy or the nurturing Kundalini energy has been awakened within us. It might sound very trivial, but that's a very significant thing that happened to us. You know, that point onwards, we have this ability to manipulate or to redirect this energy, the Kundalini energy, based on our desire, based on our attention. We can redirect this energy, and that comes very handy when you want to when you want to clear your energy centers of any obstacles. Similarly, when we balance our channels, that's what we are actually doing. We are redirecting these energies so as to achieve the state of balance. So I will tell you how we balance the energy channels within us. And during the guided meditation, then we will go through it and we'll also say certain affirmations. So the way we balance our left energy channel is that I'll just move my laptop a little bit far so you can see me completely. Um, yeah, so the way we balance our left energy channel is we keep our left hand in our lap, palm facing up, and the right hand we can put it on the floor if you are sitting on the floor, or you can put it towards your finger pointing towards the floor if you are sitting on a chair, right? And this is a very simple way to balance our left energy channel. So any over emotions or any feelings in the past, all that stuff, we balance using this technique, right? And we'll say certain affirmations during the meditation for this. And then, how do we balance our right energy channel? Any overactivity in our thinking or overactivity, like a physical or mental overactivity, at the end of the day, the way you would balance is you would keep our right hand in our um, palm, palm facing up in our lap, and the left, we will fold it like that so that our fingers are pointing towards the sky or the ceiling and our palm is facing backwards, right? Like this. And don't worry about all these details. We will send you the handouts today after the meditation, and it will have details on these techniques and how to meditate and everything. But this is in general how we clear these energy channels. And when we are doing this, as I said, since the energy is flowing through our subtle energy system, it's very significant uh, that a very significant thing that is happening here is that the excessive energies are going through our hands into the ether or into the earth, and that's how we are achieving the balance, right? So we'll do this. We can basically, I think, go towards the meditation now. Um, and while I have my computer away from me, I can also we can also start with the process that we learned last time, a technique that we learned last time, where we raise our kundalini and then we put a protective aura around us, right? It's called as raising the kundalini and taking the bandhan, right? So I'll show you that, uh, and with that we will begin our meditation. So I will suggest that you sit comfortably, maybe on the floor or on the chair if you are sitting. And this technique that we do of raising Kundalini is good to do at the beginning of the meditation and at the end of the meditation so as to maintain our meditative state after the meditation. And it's like doing a mini meditation, right? So sometimes you may not have time to do meditation, right? Or you have a very important thing that you need to go to and you are in a hurry, but you don't have time to meditate. Then at that time, if you remember to do this technique of raising Kundalini and putting an aura or protection around you, it will immensely help you because it's like, as I said, it's like a short mini meditation that can really center you, the balance you in that moment. So I hope you are all are settled now in your place. So we'll begin with um, our left hand at the base of our spine here, and we're gonna keep our left hand steady like this. And with our right hand, we're gonna make circles around our left hand, right? And we are going to go up like this. And don't worry, you will do this perfectly within few classes. And at the top, we're going to make a knot like this, one knot. And we're going to bring our hands back into our lap. Now it's very important to Follow, when we are doing this technique, follow your hands with your attention. It's very important to do that. And that's what makes this technique very powerful, is that you are putting your attention onto the actions that you are doing. So again, we're going to do this second time now. We're going to raise left hand, go at the top, and we're going to tie two knots here. One, two. And again, bring our hands back into our lap like this. And we're going to do this third and last time. Again, you can tie three knots, two, three. We're going to bring hands back into our here. Now we're going to put a protective aura of energy around us. So what we can do is going to keep our left hand steady on our lap like this, and with our right hand, we're going to make a rainbow, seven rainbows around us. So first rainbow is like this. You're going to start from your left side, go top of your head like this on the right side, and then back, top of your head and back. This is one. And we're going to do this six more times. For each energy center, we are doing this. And again, it's important to follow your hands with your attention when you are doing this. Three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, so this is the technique that we do before and after the meditation. And we will evolve this technique a little bit over the time, but this is what we can start with. Um, Now, let's continue to keep our hands in our lap, palm facing up. Let's close our eyes. Let's bring our attention on our breathing. Just pay attention to how you breathe in, how your lungs fill with the air, and then how you breathe out through your nostril. Just pay attention to this process for a few moments. Now, every time you breathe out, try to relax your body. If there is any tension anywhere, specifically at the level of your shoulders or at the level of your forehead, try to let go of that tension. Relax your body. Now, before we dive deeper into the meditation, let us tell ourselves one thing, that for next 15 to 20 minutes, we are going to completely, sincerely focus on meditation, on the pure desire to attain the state of meditation, to attain peace and joy. Any other desire that may arise, any other thought that may arise within you, just tell yourself, I'll attend to it later. Right now, let us just completely focus on meditation. So we can begin by clearing our left energy channel. We can keep our left hand in our lap, palm facing up, and we can move our right hand towards the floor, or we can keep our right hand on the floor. And let us request the inner energy within us to please remove any excessive emotions, any impure desires within me into the Mother Earth. We can refer to the inner energy within us as Mother, since it's a motherly, nurturing spiritual energy. We can say it within ourselves again. Mother, please remove any excessive emotions, any impure desires, any imbalances in my left energy channel into the Mother Earth. Now we can bring our right hand back into our lap, palm facing up, and let us now balance our right energy channel. We can move our left hand so that our fingers are pointing towards the sky and our palm is facing backwards. And again, let us request the inner energy within us to please remove any imbalances, excessive thinking or planning within us into the sky, into the ether. Let us say it again. Mother, please remove any imbalances, excessive thinking, excessive planning within me into the sky, into the ether. We can now bring our hand back into our lap, palm facing up. Now let us bring our right hand between the neck and the shoulder on the left side. And here we are going to say it within ourselves. I am not guilty at all. It's very important to let go of our guilt. Whatever may have happened in the past, we should learn from it and we should look towards the future, not keep sulking in the past. So let us say it again. I am not guilty at all. Let us move our right hand on our forehead, and here we are going to say it within ourselves: I forgive everyone, including myself. In this moment, let us just forgive everyone, including yourself. We can now bring our right hand at the top of our head and massage the top of our head in clockwise direction. And here we are going to say it sincerely from our heart. We are going to ask the inner energy within us to please give me my self realization. We can also say, Mother, please establish my self realization. We can raise our right hand 6 to 8 inches above the top of our head and pay close attention to the palm of your right hand and just witness, what are you experiencing? Are you experiencing a cool breeze coming out of the top of your head? It could be warm. Let us just witness it for a few moments. We can bring our hands back into our lap, palm facing up, and let us try to keep our attention at the top of our head where our hand was. And let us just meditate silently for a few moments. If you find yourself thinking about something, tell yourself, not this, not right now, and let go of the thought and bring your attention back to the top of your head. We'll now we'll now watch a short excerpt from Sri Mataji, who is the founder of this meditation. I would encourage you to please remain in the state of meditation while we watch Sri Mataji's speech. There's a lot of wisdom in Sri Mataji's speech. After that, we'll continue meditating along with the some music.
You have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot conceptualize it with our human awareness. We cannot order it. We cannot manipulate it. We cannot organize it. It is what it is, has been and will be. And what is the truth? Truth is that we are surrounded, or we are penetrated, or we are nourished, looked after and loved by a very subtle energy, which is the energy of divine love. The second truth is that we are not this body, this mind, these conditionings, this ego, but we are the spirit. You don't have to accept what I am saying blindly, because blind faith leads to fanaticism. But as scientists, you must keep your mind open and see for yourself what I am saying. If it is so, honestly, you must accept it. We know so much through science about our civilization, our advancement. This is the advancement of a tree which has grown outside very much. But if we do not know our roots, we will be destroyed. So it is important to know about our roots. And this is what it is that I would say are our roots. As you can see, there are 7 centers within us. And these subtle centers are placed in the spinal cord and in the brain. These cater to our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs. On the physical side, they manifest the energy for the use of our plexuses, which look after our physical problems. That is on the right side. The energy which is supplied by this yellow line, a subtle channel, we call it as the nadi. This supplies energy for our physical and mental actions. So this is the power of action within us, which also caters to the right sympathetic nervous system. The another channel you see on the left-hand side is the channel by which we desire, put our energy to our desire. So this is the power of desire and looks after our emotions. This is the one which looks after our conditionings also. At the end of these two channels, they create two institutions. One on the right side crosses over, and the yellow balloon that you see is the ego, is the balloon of ego that we have. And the left hand side one, which conditions our mind, is the balloon of superego. As we start growing in age, by the time we are 12 years of age, these two completely meet, and the soft bone in our head becomes completely calcified. Now there's third energy within us, which is in the center. And this central energy is the one which has made us human beings. And these centers are the milestones of our evolution. So now the last jumping is left out. It has reached up to the limbic area. Now, only thing is it has to break through the soft bone on the head and break through that.
Let us continue to meditate. We can close our eyes and try to put our attention at the top of our head. And if you find yourself thinking about something, just tell yourself, not right now, not this, and let go of the thought. And let us meditate. We'll have some music in the background. We can now open our eyes and hopefully you enjoyed today's meditation. And again, as I have said, we raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan at the beginning and at the end of our meditation. So let us again go through a technique of raising our Kundalini and taking the Bandhan. So we can keep our left hand steady and right hand and follow our activity, follow our hands with our attention. Tie one knot, second time, tie two knots, then third time, tie three knots, and let us put a protective aura around us. So we're gonna keep our left hand steady on the lap, and with the right hand, we're gonna make seven rainbows around ourselves. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
Thank you very much, Gaurav, for um, explaining about our subtle system and telling us how we can balance ourselves, and also for this beautiful meditation. I'm sure all of you enjoyed. So, next week, we are going to dive into this beautiful um, mechanism that we have within us, which is formed out of chakras, energy centers, and of channels. And we are going to learn more about the individual centers and how we can cleanse them, how we can keep them into balance. So it's really amazing, isn't it? It's been only a few classes so far, but we learned so much about ourselves, about our subtle system. We came to know that there is a divine energy within us, And most importantly, we had that experience of what true meditation is. So do join us next time as well for another beautiful experience. And a little bit on how we can meditate at home. So it's very, very important that now we keep progressing. Now that we have access to this all-pervading divine power, we have to really put our pure desire into practice and really try to sit for 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and in the evening, because that is the only way we can actually grow into our own being, and we can actually progress. That's how we can spiritually grow. So this is not something that can be forced on us, not at all. We really need that pure desire so that we grow into our own being. So just try to find a quiet place in your home and sit comfortably, just like we do in the class. Open your both hands. It's very important that they are opened, because the energy centers are represented in our palms, and when we open them with that pure desire and with that humility before the divine power, then we receive the vibrations. Vibrations start flowing in our hands. So keep them open comfortably in your lap, and you have to raise your kundalini and take the bandhan of protection. If you don't remember how to do it, we are going to send you again the video to help you out, and also handouts. And just try to place your attention on the top of your head. This is the last energy center, and it's a very important center, because this is where the motherly energy comes out, and this is how she connects us to the all-pervading power. So try to keep your attention gently, take your attention on the top of your head. And if you really, raise your energy and take bandhan with that pure attention and with a pure desire, you will already feel that you are going into meditation. So it works spontaneously. And then just try to sit for a couple of moments with your attention on the top of your head. See what you feel in your hands. You may feel a cool breeze, which is just wonderful. And if you do that, sit for a couple of moments, expose yourself to these cool vibrations, to these divine vibrations, for as long as you wish. And then when you're satisfied, actually raise your kundalini and take bandhan and enjoy the day, or have a good sleep at night. But if there is anything you feel in your hands, for example, if you feel the left hand heavy, right, that means there could be an imbalance on your left channel. And in this case, just remember how we did it in the class. We kept the right hand towards Mother Earth and left hand on our lap, and we just we requested this energy to cleanse us, right? To cleanse our left channel, our desires, our emotions. So again, if you're not sure about the affirmations, don't worry about it. We will send you everything you need for your practice at home. It's just that you really need to have that sincerity and pure desire to even take out 5 minutes in the morning and in the evening. And as I said, and as we all know, it's all about the experiences, the experience that we have in our meditation. So it would be really, really lovely to hear what your experience has been.